2020. And that's it.
Valesca?
Hello, guys. I'm Valesca Corval. I'm living in Bauru, inner São Paulo. I'm 27 years old. I'm a software developer.
And you, Gustavo?
Hello, my name is Gustavo. I'm 25. I live in Bahia, a small city, and I also study computer engineering.
All right. So, hello, YouTube. We just saw a video that I forgot the name. Let me see. Curiosity. Oh, let me just open. All right, I don't know. My computer just kind of broke. But the video was the title of the video is "Curiosity is the Key to Knowledge," and we just saw it. And today we're going to talk about mysteries and curiosity. So, first question: how curious are you? Please, Bruna, how curious are you?
Very, a lot. I can't even explain. Like, you were sharing the video and I was like Googling, trying to find it, like where this is from. Then every time I see something I don't know, I always Google it. Like, if a student has a question, I'm already there, you know. I don't wait for them to think a lot. I always like to, you know, try to find new information and learn from new things. So it's a lot. That's it.
And I just found, Bruna, the series is from National Geographic. It's called Genius, right? And I will also put the video that I showed you here in the chat so you can find it later. So let me see. Rogério, how curious are you?
Well, actually, I think that I'm not so curious anymore because I think I'm the older here and I have a lot of things to do. And I think children and young people, they are more curious because they have a lot of things to learn. Of course, I have a lot of things to learn as well, but I'm not so curious because, oh my gosh, I'm so busy and, you know, a lot of things to do. And yeah, but sometimes when I get really interested about something, of course I search for it because of course I want to learn new things. But I would say that I'm not so curious as I was in the past as a younger person. Okay.
What about you, Valesca?
Yes, I'm curious, but not a lot. I'm curious just in things I like, specific things, not all things, you know.
What about you, Gustavo?
Yeah, I think I share the same feeling as Valesca and Rogério. I'm not that curious, but when something that is interesting to me, I am curious a lot. Like I want to find everything and know how it works, you know.
And Milena.
Yes, I am. And I think it's necessary for my life in my area. So I look at code and think, oh, what happened here? how how I do this? Yes. And in the university, I am study electromagnetism, and it's very interesting because anyone see what happened, but it's very strong and amazing. And I love this.
Awesome. And I think I am like really curious. I think I'm kind of Bruna because if someone says something, I just start searching for that because I'm really curious. And yeah, that's it. I am really curious, and sometimes, my favorite, my favorite. How can I say that? I forgot. My favorite type of movies are the ones with mystery because I get curious to what is going to happen in the end, and I try to guess it the whole movie. I try to guess what's going to happen because I love it. So, and what makes you curious? Rogério, you told us that you are curious about some things, right? What makes you curious?
Well, I would say that what makes me is curious when I want to know what's going on around us, and I think everybody knows what's going on in Europe nowadays, right now. Unfortunately, I just today I woke up and stay listening NBC News to try to understand what's going on there, why Putin is invading Ukraine, and yeah, I was listening during the morning to try to understand why he's doing that with this nation. And until now, I don't understand, because I see any reason for he's doing that. Russian is a big country, is I think is the biggest country in the world. He wanna conquer more places. I don't know why, and I'm listening NBC to try to understand why OTAN is doing nothing, basically nothing to help Ukraine. Why US is doing nothing up to now, and I mean, I listened to that to try to understand what's going on there. It's really catch my attention, and yeah, I'm listening to that to try to understand what's going on there. Okay.
Yeah, it's really, really, really important for us to be aware of what's going on in the world. Really, really important, especially nowadays. Um, and now, who can answer this question now? What makes you curious? Maybe Bruno.
Gossip. Or just like Rogério said, trying to get informed, I was just reading about it, Rogério. I've been trying to study deeper other stuff besides TNT and my classes, and I was reading or trying to find actually an article to understand more about it. So I will send here in the chat. It's called "What Does Putin Want in Ukraine?" From CNN. So I think it can help
Oh,
you.
thank you.
It can help us actually because I haven't read yet. So trying to understand the reason things happen, or I don't know. I also love gossip, so sometimes I don't know, share with my friends funny stories. Yeah, that's it, I think. And you, Bia, what are you curious about?
About gossiping? Of course, gossip is something, I can't help. I like it. But it is really nice that there are some people in my family, my mother, sister, and my brother-in-law, and like we pass a lot of time together because we work together, we are family, and our religion is like in the same place, so we pass long time together, so we gossip a lot. So never mind, gossip. And I don't know, I like things about science. So I am a chemistry student, so I really love things about science. Things like how something can turn into other thing completely different. It's like wonderful to me. So I really like to search about it a lot. And about art, I am really curious about art and about what the artist was thinking when he or she was painting, I don't know, or doing anything. I really love it. And what about you, Valesca?
I think I like heavy knowledges because is school talk to different things with their other people. I think it's important could be capable talk people about specific things. That is.
Oh my God, some problems, but I'm back. That's something that I want to make a comment because TNT really helps you to do that because sometimes you don't know what you're going to talk about. You just enter in the room and we are talking about, I don't know, about architecture, you know, something really random or food. So it is really important that TNT helps us to know about many things and hear everyone's opinion. So that's it. I just wanted to comment that. And what about you, Gustav?
Just to say something about that, you were saying, I always, not always, but most of the times I try to Google something like the topic because I don't know much, and I try to see some vocabulary, you know. And to answer the question, I think something new, like the novelty, it's good to make me curious because I want to know how the things works.
And what about you, Milena?
I like, for example, physical. I don't know. For example, Newton laws. Better. But I like when I can see what happened, because theory. Oh yeah, I hate theory. It's boring. But I like, for example, it's danger probably for the society in the future. I don't know, the robots and artificial intelligence. But it's very interesting how the mind happen and the different type mind, because in artificial intelligence it's humans controlling. So I don't think the people approve, for example, the artificial intelligence control everything. I think the limits it's necessary, and I like study about this.
I was here taking notes to the next TNT, robots and artificial intelligence. So, great. So now we are going to talk a little bit about mystery. And number three. Do you like mystery stories? And please give us some examples. I will answer this one first, and I really, really love it. As I said in later, I like Sherlock Holmes, as I said in the beginning of the meeting. I like Agatha Christie. I like everything like that, and I think I said it in a meeting. I think that Valeshka also like it. If I'm not mistaken. And I really like podcasts about true crimes. I really like it, and I don't like when the crime doesn't have solution, because I want to know what happened in the end. What who killed that person? Who did that crime? So I hate when I'm listening, and in the end, there is no end. So I hate it. But yeah, that's it. That's my example. So I really like this kind of things about mysteries. Who can answer this question now?
Yes, I agree with you. I like so much true crimes. And I like horror too. I think I like horror, tame mystery. I usually prefer watch movies about like Annabelle, I don't know what to say, and Exorcista. I think it's horror, not mystery, but it's the same.
And I must confess, I love true crime stories too, but like the real ones, you know. I don't like horror movies or uh, suspense movies. I don't like it that much. I like to listen to the story, what happened, the real facts. And I agree with you, Bia. I don't like when there is when there isn't a solution to the cases, to the stories, but I also think it's part of the process, you know. Like sometimes it's hard to solve. And I was thinking here in other things. You talked about Sherlock Holmes that I love too. I haven't read the books, but I saw the series and I really enjoyed. And there's another one that is like one of my passions, that is an unfortunate a series of unfortunate events, like Desventuras em Série, you know. I love this show, the books, they're just amazing. So these are my tips. I don't know. Gu, what about you? I saw you react a lot, so share with us.
Yeah, I enjoy a lot mystery stories. I don't remember much about those movies that I saw. I remember that I saw the Dark series, which is on Netflix, and it's hard to understand. And I was reacting that I don't like it at all, the horror movies. I hate it. And no one can make me watch that. And I like the show that you said, that Adventures. I don't know how to say that. I only watched the movie. The series I didn't like that much.
It's kind of silly, right? Like the series, it's kind of silly, but I like it anyways.
What about you, Rogério?
Oh yeah, yeah. I like this kind of stories involving a lot of mysteries for sure, no doubt. Because I think it's catch our attention, because it's funny to try to figure out who is the guilty, who is the innocent. Yeah, I love it a lot. And and by the way, I have been watching a YouTube channel. I think is an American girl. She used to tell us. She is a storyteller, by the way, that she tells stories about true crimes who happen in US, and everybody know that US they have crazy stories always. Yes, there happen so many crazy stories about crimes, unfortunately. And yeah, she's also has a podcast, and I used to listen it a lot. And yeah, I love this kind of stories for sure.
And Milena.
I like, but I prefer sci-fi. For example, The 100. I loved the series, but the end was so not good. And I watched into Dark, I like it, and I can't see horror movies because I am afraid and I can't do this. But I watching the movie The Sherlock Holmes Sister. You watching? I like it.
Enola Holmes.
Yes, it was cute. Yes, and that's it. I like it.
So another city that I like, and I don't think it is really famous, but not here in Brazil, uh, is and really old one, Doctor Who, and it's about mysteries and aliens and time. There's a time machine, so I really like those things. I like those kinds of series or movies that you have to overthink about it to understand. I really like it. I don't know why, but I like it. Um, yeah, please watch it. It is really nice. So, number 4. Would you be a good detective in solving mysteries or crimes? Would you be a good detective? Bruna, that made this face like, would you?
That's a good question. Since I have already watched a lot of things, maybe I would try to not to guess. I don't know. I would try to think of the possibilities, and so I think I have a huge background of stories that I've heard already, real stories, and yeah, maybe at least like try to think of the red flags, like the things that can be wrong in the story or the possibilities. But it's hard when we are like when it's real life, it's harder, right? So I don't know.
What about you, Gustav?
I don't think I would be a good detective because even though I like the mysteries, I don't think I would, find those little things that should help to solve the mystery. Because when I focus on something like in an image, I always feel like I can see the obvious.
And actually, there is a question about it, but we can talk about it later. What about you, Valesca? Would you be a good detective?
Yes, I think I would be a good because I watch so many videos and podcasts about true crime like you, and I think it could be possible. Yes.
And you, Rogério, could you solve crimes?
In my case, not at all. No way. I'm the worst detective in the world, in the whole world. I mean, when my wife and I are watching moves like that, I'm wrong about the true guilt. She always right. And oh my gosh, I think I'm too naive. For example, you can be the guilty and be here by my side, and now you never realize that you're the guilty. I'm the worst detective in the whole world for sure.
Would your wife be a good detective?
Oh yeah, for sure. You have no idea.
Great. And you, Milena, could you solve crimes? Would you be a good detective?
No way. I talk a lot, so I probably tell to everybody what happened, and I think that is good for a detective. And I prefer a secret life, and I think the detective is dangerous. The people try and kill you, or you don't discover something. So I prefer my life how it's.
That's true. In my case, I think I would be like Bruna. I don't think I could solve everything, but I could do something. I think I could definitely do something. Um, why is Sherlock Holmes so famous? Um, in this question, I don't mean like exactly Sherlock Holmes, but these stories about detectives and everything like this. For example, why do we have so many CSI? We have a lot of these kind of series, or NCIS, Criminal Minds. We have a lot of series like that. And why series like that are so famous? What do you think, guys? Milena.
I think it's famous because there are history, and it's very interesting how he explained what happened. So when the person is watching, oh, what will happen now? Oh, I don't believe this happened. Oh my God. And this part is interesting in these movies.
What do you think, Valeshka?
I think so famous because it is smart, the type of entertainment, and the way that resolve the crimes or mysteries is very interesting.
Bruna?
I agree with the girls. Yeah, I think this is something we don't understand a lot, right? Like we don't. It's not like something that is in our daily routine, in our daily lives. So when we have the chance to see this making of, like the not making of, but like the behind the scenes, think it's interesting. You're just like Valeska said, it's curious to understand how they solve the problems. And there's also it's not only about solving the story, but you start to feel something and to like the characters too, and to understand the way they relate to each other. So I think it's everything. It's a context.
Gustavo? Do you agree
Yeah,
with girls?
I agree with them. And I think that it's interesting because I don't know, it's something different than most of our lives. And to understand how the thing works, like the CSI, the crime happened. And I think that's really interesting because they explain a lot and how everything works. And I think that's nice to understand that, even though maybe not everything is like real, but is enjoyable. And about the Sherlock Holmes, at least the movies and the series, it's really interesting because it feels like he understood everything in 1 second, and they showing that it's really nice.
Last but not least, Rogério.
Oh yeah, I think it's very popular because, for example, Sherlock Holmes is able to figure out everything what's going on in the case. Guys, I don't know if you have watched Sherlock Holmes on Netflix, but come on, it's crazy because he's able to pay attention in each detail in just in 1 second. For example, in a letter, the person writes with the left hand because the letter is a little bit bent. Oh, come on, it's crazy. It's completely crazy. And by the way, was Sherlock Holmes a real person? Because I don't know, because he existed really. Because it's crazy. He is able to figure out crimes in just 1 second. I think it makes the series so popular. Okay.
Yeah, unfortunately, he doesn't exist. It was created by Arthur Conan Doyle. That is was a writer, and actually, I don't think it would be possible someone like that. But we can discuss that later. Answering the question, I think that he's famous because of curiosity. I think that we humans are really curious, and even though some people say, "No, I'm not that curious," you are curious about something. For example, if there is a movie that you're watching and you don't be curious about the movie, about what's going to happen, you will stop watching that. Same thing for books, same thing for series, TV series. So I think curiosity is what rule entertainment. And I think that's why these things are so famous. We just get curious about everything. Now, something about that Gustavo said. Why sometimes can't we see the obvious? He said something that he couldn't see the obvious. So you can start answering this one, Gustavo. Why sometimes we can't see the obvious?
Yeah, I was saying for myself, because sometimes I just can't focus on the big picture, and it's like, for rephrasing, there is a big picture, but sometimes I focus only on one part and I forget about the rest. So that's for me.
What about you, Valesca?
Yes, I agree with Gustavo. I think maybe we focus in other things less interesting. I think that is.
Milena?
Because sometimes we stay exhausted and need to do sometimes in the same time, and it's impossible. You see what happened, and for example, you prepare your dinner and listen the song, and there are other person talk to you. One these things you don't approve it 100% because the human brain isn't prepared for this.
Bruna?
I think it's just like Milena said, it's hard to analyze everything at the same time. That's why many of these things are recorded. So we have videos to see and to watch it again and try to identify through videos what's happening. So I think our brain, our vision isn't enough to look at everything, and to realize all the signs maybe the other person or the situation is telling or it's bringing. That's it.
And Rogério.
Oh yeah, I think that we don't see the obvious because we get so involved with the situation. You know, I have here a good example. For example, my younger brother, a couple years ago, he was so in love with a girl. He was dating a girl, but in front of him, she was so nice. She was so amazing. But behind him, she was so selfish. She is a mad person. I have to say that. I mean, he didn't mind about our opinion, you know, because she always, sorry, he always said, "Leave me alone. I'm completely blind of love. I love this woman. I love this person. Leave me alone. I don't care about your opinion." And it can happen when you really involved about the situation. You know, we get completely blind. We don't care about other opinions. Even our parents can see better than us because they are outside the situation. Yeah, but thank God, eventually he find out the truth and they broke up. Thank God for that.
Yeah, sometimes we get blind. There is a movie. I don't know if the name is like that in English, but I think that in Portuguese is O Amor é Cego or something like that, or like Love is Blind. So yeah, sometimes we just can't see the obvious, unfortunately. But in the end, we can see. So this question is not in the, it's not written, but I want to ask to you guys, because I was here thinking while you was talking, and I kind of have my opinion, but I won't talk about it, so it would maybe influence you, so I won't talk about it. I would say just after you. So do you think that it is possible to someone like Sherlock Holmes exist? I know I said, I just said what I think about it, but I just thought, I was here thinking and I kind of changed my opinion, so I'll say that later. Do you guys think that it's possible? Who can answer first?
Well,
I think, oh, sorry.
go ahead, go ahead.
Okay, I think the person write the history. I think could it be possible the person is so smart for the write the history. Could be possible he or she is similar to Sherlock Holmes. I don't know.
What about you, Rogério? You were going to say something.
Yeah. Well, in my humble opinion, a person like Sherlock Holmes, I think it's impossible. No way. I mean, a person close to him, I think it's okay. So smart, so intelligent, able to figure out things really quickly, you know. But like Sherlock Holmes, I think it's impossible. It's a fiction, in my opinion.
What about you, Gustavo? What do you think?
Yeah, I agree 100% with Rogério. I don't think that there will be a person like, there is no person like that, but maybe there will be. I don't know.
Milena, sorry.
Is strange, but I think it's possible. For example, the person that train every day for have focus and, for example, body language. That's it. For example, in the YouTube channel Metaforando, and the man is amazing, and he can understand what happened with what the person did. Oh my god! And so I think the train every day for do this, it's possible, but it's very hard.
And you, Bruna, what do you think? Is it possible? It isn't?
That's a very positive point of view. I keep it train a lot. But I was thinking here, I don't know. I wouldn't say it's impossible, but at the same time, he uses a lot of strategies to get that. And of course, on books and on series, they need to summarize things in one episode, you know. So everything happens really quick. He has ideas, and some things are happening. So maybe it will take more time to solve many cases, so this person wouldn't be so incredible, you know. It will just be like someone who solves a lot of cases, but nothing too special, just their job, you know. That's what I think. And you, Bia, I really want to know your point of view.
Yeah, I was here thinking, and during the series, we don't see. Sometimes we do, but we don't see all the time Sherlock Holmes studying, but he does, and a lot, about many things. So every guess that he does, it's based on a scientific thing. And as Milena, I think that it is possible, mainly with I forgot the name, even in Portuguese, but I was going to tell you guys about Metaforando, that is a really nice YouTube channel, and I watch all the time when I can. And yeah, I also think that it's possible, but hard. But it is kind of. Of course, that during the series, he's like a Superman or something like this, you know, a superhero. But when you read the books, it's more like a person than a superhero. So I think yes, it is possible. Oh, we have just 5 minutes. I was here talking and I forgot to see the time. So unfortunately, we don't have time. And yeah, that's it. We don't have time. Do you guys like this topic or not? Just tell me, what are your thoughts about it?
It was amazing.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Thank you.
You know,
Anyone else? Oh,
it's really
okay.
nice because this is something I have already talked to Gabi Bonaldi. I don't know if you know her, but she's also a hostess here, and we love true crime. And like I've always wanted to bring a topic about crimes and stories, but I don't know. It sounds weird, you know. But you made it really, because this meeting wasn't just about crimes, right? But mystery and everything. So it was just amazing. I loved it.
Yeah, I kind of had to mix it, some things that I like to put in this topic, and true crimes is something that I really love, and I know that Valeshka also do, because she told us in a meeting, and
Yes.
it is awesome, right? And And also there is a podcast that I listen a lot that is called Modus Operandi, and
I love so much the podcast.
the girls are awesome. No, Gustavo, this one isn't in English. This one is in Portuguese, but there are some. Rogério told us about one, but I don't know. Do you know the name, Rogério, of this
I think it's
podcast?
Christina Handel. She has a YouTube channel also, and yeah, it's amazing because she tells about true crimes happen in US. It's amazing. We can learn a lot what's happening in the American minds.
Great. So, and Bruna put some, one in the chat for some. So, yes, I had to bring something that I like to be more like more clear. I don't know, these talk about crimes and mysteries and also curiosity. And let's think about a topic like this, Bruna. I like it. So guys, we don't have more time. We are running out of time. So, thank you, Rogério. And today we had a lot of movies, a lot of tips of movies, TV series, books, or podcasts, everything. Oh, just thought this. Sorry, just happened something here that I got. I forgot how can I say something in English, but I got like this. And that's it, guys. We don't have time, so see you in the next meeting. It's always a pleasure to be here with you. So see ya.
Thank you. Bye, guys.
Thank you,
so
guys.
much.
Take
Thank
care.
you,
Thank you,
guys.
guys.
Bye.